What's up, Percent Gang? It's your boy Super Percent Eyes here. And just as a note, I really wasn't gonna go on Blazing at all, but today there's a birthday banner for Obito, so I'll probably go on and grind that shit out either on Jap or Global. Most likely Jap, and just probably just in more vids start to let people know that there's gonna be a giveaway for that account. Okay, that's done. No more talk of that till later. And today we're just gonna do the menu, guys. I don't have many translations, but the ones I do have, well, if I try to put it here as well, it would be a 20-minute video. So this will be a pretty decent beginner's guide. And let's just start with where everything is. Up here at the top, and there's a cursor on the screen the whole time. That's pretty helpful. Right here up the top is where you accept all gifts. This last one on the side pretty much represents the summoning symbol, and it's pretty much when you get event points or anything like that from summons or doing missions. It'll all come here. It'll tell you where you're checked at. Most of the time, if your gift doesn't pop up on the side, you go here, click OK, that you reached a new milestone, and they'll pop up in one of these boxes. And characters are right down here for team building. This is your team setup. This is just like pretty much a list of the characters you have out of the characters in the game. I think this is a list of there's just a lot of different lists of the characters. Really, it's not much anything different. You just go right here to the first box. And this is where you can build your teams. You can have up to 5. And this top button, and this middle button right here, is to give it a name. I don't bother. The third one down here is to change the layout. If you want 3 up front with a missing space in the back, or if you want how I have it down here, I like to put 3 in the back sometimes. It depends what mission. Most of the time PvP, I'll go more frontwards like that. And this tab over here is for the supports you put behind your characters. These supports aren't playable characters on the field. You just level them up as well, and their skill works for the person you have behind. It's best to try to match it up with the color type as well when you do that. And right here, this yellow button, there's just, you click OK, which is the yellow one, and it pretty much just builds your team for you, throwing your strongest in there in a random formation. I'm going to switch that actually. Yeah. Now, from right there, you could have just clicked on the character and then clicked yeah again under him to power him up. I don't know why I went home. It's a habit, but click on your character. If you click on them from the home screen, you'll only be in your team's options. But I only need one example. So this is Hiei. It'll just show his stats right now. That's his grade, the G, based on how many times I awakened him, I guess, leveled him up. There's a lot of different ways to level him up. You can level up the moves as well, level up the abilities, and based on what level you get to, like right here, I have to be level 40, I unlock another ability. And you click down here on the yellow button, it'll take you to actually give them enhancement material. These power tags, I'm going to call them, is just base for the actual playable characters to get your actual number level up. Over here, I don't have enough ready on each set because I didn't do missions yet because I wanted to show you guys, because they disappear once you do them every day. And this levels up the moves. I got him up pretty decent. This levels up the abilities. You need scrolls for the abilities. You need spirit spheres for the special moves, and you need gems, crystals to pretty much, I'm just going to call this a straight Zenkai boost. It's just straight base stats. Will take you up from like 50 to 150 on each stat, regardless of what level you're at, or if you're awakening or not. And this right here, I guess, is like just the character spirit. It's kind of like Z-Soul from Legends. Once you keep pulling the same character from banners, you'll build up an amount, usually 5, 10 at a time once you pull them, and then you can limit break them to go another 10 levels. Or no, I'm sorry, this is what raises the grade of the character from like I could go to G, from G to F right now. Yeah, and the gems is what levels you up, breaks you for another 10 levels. And that's I don't know why I exited again. That's the main characters, but the supports take different enhancement material. Pretty much they look like real fancy gate keys. Let's go to Keiko. And yeah, I have a shitload of these. I don't have enough money to use them, but I didn't even realize these were, I didn't even think about upgrading the supports, but that makes a good difference. So who needs some right now? She's maxed right now. It's really hard to pull supports again because from my knowledge on the banners, there's just you have to accumulate GP points from hitting the banners to use 50 for a summon on them every time. But just level up what you get when you first start out, you'll be decent. And these little celestial shits look like stars. What level them up? And like I said, you just need Z Soul for them. Not Z Soul, but some spirit for them to boost them. And now she's from F to E. So that is enhancing the characters, making them strong as they can. Don't sleep on getting the abilities done. And in this game, I'm actually not sure if once you max out as a 5-star, you go to a 6-star. But as from what I'm playing right now, 4 stars are not by any means useless. There's times like I'm doing PvP that this Heart Hiei and that I guess it's Yin and Yang for purple and yellow, so this Yang Yusuke will outlive this Genkai most of the time. Oh, sorry. We're in the game modes. Pretty much go right here where Yusuke and Kuwabara down there. This is the story mode. Once you complete a part of the story, you can keep going, or you can go back and go to the next difficulty of it. It's a great way. I maxed out like 500. Like 100 missions get me 500 spirit orbs a day, and I can do 2 multis a day if I want, or save and go hard all night and like probably get 3-4 levels done on a banner. So go down below that. This is the tab for all the enhancement material you need. As you see right here, this is what we need for the supports to break them for another level gain. These are power tags and the gems you need in one mission to level up your playable characters and break them for more levels. These are the keys, I guess you would, or no, they're not keys actually. They look like keys when you're not up close. Little necklace beads, little power beads, I guess, is what you use for the supports. This, of course, is the mission for gold, which I need desperately. But you see, the thing is, like once you start doing them, they're available all day. But like right now, I could do it, but I only have 1 key, which you get from other missions as well, to unlock the mission to let me play it. Oh no, actually, my bad. There's 2 sets of gold missions. One mission is you use a key to unlock, and one is there, but it's limited on how many tries you get. Just because it's up doesn't mean you can do it all day. Or if I even have enough keys to unlock the mission, it's only there for a limited time. I've done enough to where it goes away. Yeah, didn't want to really do a mission here, but I don't even think there's a way to leave it, is there? Oh yeah, there you go. Cool. So yeah, there we go on the gold, and it'll start off on the lower scale, level 30 boss. Once you beat that, it'll disappear most likely, but then it'll come back the next day and it'll let you clear the next difficulty. But once you get them all done, they're gone for that day, for a few hour basis. I guess like 12 hours on and off, who knows. Sometimes I feel like it switches more. The third tab is the events that I'm not strong enough for yet. I can beat like level 106 or 108 bosses in story mode, but it's nothing like one wave of the boss final on these events. I want that fucking Kuwabara, goddamn. It's one of the only characters I know so far that can hit a whole front line, or the whole line, and also give a debuff. So this is the only event I can really do, which I recommend to all beginners who have at least like a couple level 20s or 30s in their group. If you can get the first one done, pretty much you just beat it and accumulate these silver bells up here, which equal a certain amount of event points, and every time you get them you'll get power tags, a good amount of gems, pretty much all the stuff you'll need. So that's a good grind. And these are scrolls for said characters to awaken them. So pretty much everything you need mission wise is those tabs. This I'm gonna call a demon tower because it reminds me of Phantom Castle from Naruto, because you go level to level, floor by floor, being able to get all these different keys that unlock the missions. And you pretty much, whatever gem that we get in the top tab or the second tab, It's just a key with that emblem attached, and you know exactly where. This top one is where you get the power spheres. That little swirl equals the power sphere. Which are... So, which one? Oh, and down here they're just playable missions daily. You can get little soul or spirit for characters, but these are mostly 3 stars. The best one to fuck with is this 4-star Jagan Hie, when he's using that 3rd eye for the last time. Yeah, so the bottom one is that. I'm just gonna call it Demon Tower. It's a pretty fulfilling game mode, though. You get a lot of gifts and rewards. Now this second tab here, down at the bottom next to the character select, is just your inventory, and these are the items you can use and equip during battle. I forget I can heal people so many times and don't have to die, but I do. This little fireball thing equals the summons, get you to the banners, all that good stuff. And right here at the end is the shop. You can buy their spirit orbs down here for actual money. I don't do the Japan code shit though. And here's where you can use in-game stuff. I know this is money too. Pretty much just buy awakening materials, which is a cool, or buy the keys to open up the missions, so you could probably crack those all day. But I don't know how long it'll take to reach a point where you need to buy spheres instead of grinding them out, which is pretty easy. I can cap like 500 a day if that's about being lazy and not wanting to autoplay shit. And then, of course, here's the gold. Little stamps you accumulate from doing summons and all that so many times. You can get a guaranteed 5-star ticket, 3-star stamina booster for PvP. And that is a little tool or equipment that you can equip to characters, I believe. And this is just spirit for certain characters. And pretty much the only game mode left is PvP. Down here at the corner, Tagoro's buff ass and his spirit steroids. And I'm 3-star E rank. I've leveled up a few times, and every now and then after a few waves of picking your opponent, you will just come up across a boss map to get past to earn your ranking. So I might as well just do one of those. I'm here already. I think I'm capping at like 13 something, almost 14k, and I was like 11 before I started upgrading the support, so that's very important. I'm shocked and fucking hate myself I didn't start doing it from the beginning. And the PvP is always auto locked on, so you pretty much just go, and that's why you pick your formation, either play in the front or the back, and it works for you. And that's why upgrading abilities and all that is so important. But like I said, these are mostly 5 stars here. I think he only has the one 4-star heart Hiei I do right over here. And aside from abilities they have to debuff, I like the types don't even matter sometimes. More so in missions, it takes a big toll. But yeah, so don't just think you're not pulling 5 stars, this game's ripping you off. No, 5 stars are not God in this game. They might not even awaken at 6 stars. 4 stars are very useful as well. Damn, put his ass on he's puking. Oh yeah, I think that makes sense, because he was like doing the drunken fists and shit all day. He reminds me of Android 16, but he moves like Lee. What the fuck is this? And kicked him in the face. Yeah. Can't wait to have comps for just PvP streams on this shit. You just gotta trust you set everything up right and watch yourself get kicked in. If not, it's great. And yeah, that is pretty much it. That's everything you need to know. It's a pretty rough, but I guess good beginner guide. Covered everything you need to get your shit to rights and to enjoy all the game modes. So I'll probably have it, I don't know, I guess the Blazing Banner later you could look up for if you want one of those. If you're gonna want that Jap account, probably just grind out or let it sit, log in, and do certain summons for features or seasonal characters I think people would want when they get it. But I personally am not gonna spend days on this shit anymore. So yeah, Comment, like, subscribe. Join the Resend gang. Super Saiyan Eyes. Powering out, powering down. Peace.